Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Wulandari. I would like to do my reading report for video for topic 11. Topic 11 about the GFR and ITS descriptors. I would like to share about what I already read in the common European framework of reference for language. So it's about the first one is about the sorry okay the first one is about what CEFR is. So CEFR, or Common European Framework of Reference, oh my god, my pronunciation, for language, is the framework or the booklet. I can say it's the international uh, booklet, or I don't know. I forget about the call name, but it's familiar for me. It's the booklet. It's for learning language and then for teaching language, and then also to grading or to measure about the language ability. And it's created by Council of Europe. So what it mean? It mean it's like CIFR. It's like the maps that is help us to know about the someone ability, like they are in which level, and also what should we learn in the next step. So the function or the purpose of this is to have the standardization of the language ability, like A1, A2 until like C2, and then to help the lecturer or the teacher to make their lesson plan, and then to help the student to understand about their learning process. So CEFR is not only the examination, but is the learning process and also how we can use the language in real life. So learner is like the social again. What it means, it means like we learn the language but we use in our real life. Sorry, I have a trouble in my oh my god. Oh wait, okay. In our real life. So in our real life, okay, sorry. So in our real life, and also not only like a grammar proficiency, something like that. And then the next is about the CEFR descriptor scales of communicative language activities and strategies. So in here we to know about what is really they do activities and how they use the strategies. The first, we talk about the communicative language activities. So CEFR is spread into 4 points in here. The first one is reception. It's like uh, reading and listening, and also production, speaking and writing, and also interaction, two-way communication, and then like discussion and having the conversation. And also last one is mediation. Is very unique in CFR because it's like how we can bridge the communication, for example like translate uh, to conclude, and also how we can explain to the other people. It's more realistic actually. And then the next is about the communicative language strategies. It's the way how we can communication still running smoothly, I think. For example, we need to planning, like we think about what I want to say, like I before, and then compensation is like we use the other word if we forgot, and then we monitoring, like we check ourselves, and also repairing, like we correct what we have done. If that is having a mistake, we should to repair that. So it's not only we can speak language, but how we can use that language. And then SEFR, descriptor scales of plurilingual and pluricultural competence. So it's kind of advanced, but it's important. So plurilingual competence is the ability that we use with uh, more than one language, but as a flex, fle- flexible. For example, to speak Indonesian and English mix, and then we understand the language even there's no perfection in there. So CFR see how this as a strength than a weak and not a weakness. And then pluricultural competence is the ability that we understand and how we can interaction with the other culture, like we understand about the differences between the communication, how we can communication, the way communication, and then how we can adapt in the other culture. So CFR believe that the language and the culture is having a relationship, and when we learn the language, we learn about how people think and how the other people's life. And then last one is CFR, descriptors of communicative language competence. Descriptors of communicative language competence. So it's like about the internal ability. So from that we can use the language. So it's three competence. The first one is linguistic competence. It's like our ability as a technical that we can have a many vocabulary, our pronunciation, and our grammar. And then sociolinguistic competence is how we can use about the language and our social context. For example, like we can speak formal and informal based on the situation or the social context, and then how we can speak, uh, like how we can differentiate when we are talk or speak with a lecture and our friends, or with our parents and our friends, something kind of like that. And then pragmatic competence is like the ability to see the meaning with effectively effective. So how we can crafting the idea, and then how we can make argument, and how we can storytelling. And then it's so yeah, it's not only correct, but how we can make it a more make sense. And yeah, yeah, it more makes sense. So yeah, I think that's all from me about the introduction, like what is SEVR that I understanding, and what is the purpose, and how what is we can do it when we are use the language, and then the ability with the language and the culture, and also internal ability or internal skill like grammar, social meaning, pragmatic. And I think that's all for me. That's my understanding that I have read. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.